Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Kamen Spike back again once again. And today, people, today we have our #1 Sentai Gozyuger episode 12, man. And this is the ending of the Beast Tamer small little arc that we got going on, man. We see that the old boy is trying to get his wife back, man. He's trying to get his wife back. She's been possessed by technically two freaking No.1 monsters on top of her deceased body. Like, that's just a whole new kind of freaking evil, man. That's what, if you gotta break through two layers of No.1 monsters just to get her out of there. But man, we do see the tragic backstory of how this even happened to her. She was with the beast. She was with Gaia, who is the Beast Tamer. This guy became one of my favorite characters, I guess, man. I hate that he's kind of going to be like a one-off character. I hope he comes back at some point in time. I mean, he gave up his ring at the end of this episode, so I guess he's not coming back. But this guy became one of my favorite characters, man. I love his story. I love what he was trying to do. He was doing it for love. He was trying to get his wife back, trying to release her from this hell that she was inside of. And and how they ended it with them talking to each other, and then she passes away and stuff. They make a promise with each other. Just classic love story type stuff, man. And it was pretty cool. And the fighting in this episode was top tier as freaking usual. Especially the fight between Garud and Goju Wolf. Their fights are always cool. I feel like every fight that these two are gonna have, man, it's gonna be some Dante and Virgil type stuff, because this camera work and this cinematography for this episode was absolutely gorgeous as usual. Especially when he bring out that freaking Decaliber. It's over with. But yeah, he's basically just trying to get her back, and we see that the Gozyuger are basically helping him with that. And we find out that this No.1 monster is a Oni No.1, and apparently there's gonna be more of them, because the queen herself really wants this. She really wants this No.1 to survive. Essentially, this thing is kind of like an experiment, I guess, but apparently they want this thing to survive. And what only No.1 do is that they possess dead bodies, and a No.1 is basically out there just to fulfill a wish or become #1 in the thing that the person that it's possessing is trying to do. And even No.1s themselves basically have wishes, because in this episode we get a whole detailed spiel on what No.1 are and exactly what No.1 do. And I'm actually glad that we got this, because for the last 11 episodes we really just haven't gotten a real in-depth kind of synopsis on what No.1s actually are. So I'm actually glad that we actually got it in this episode. Usually we sort of don't get it this late. Usually we get it right at the beginning, or right when the first No.1 monster shows up, and they basically describe how that monster works. But yeah, we got it kind of late, but hey, better late than never. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is basically, it wasn't really a lot super much that happened in this episode. Nothing really super plot or plot heavy technically, but I guess with the only No.1 type thing that we had, most likely there are going to be more of these things. Yeah, and it's gonna also kind of make No.1s kind of harder to fight. Possibly these things are going to be very, very powerful. They're going to figure out, and we know how to beat them. You just got to beat them the same way. It's just that they're way more aggressive than a regular No.1. They don't even it didn't even talk. It didn't even talk. I mean, it did, but when it did talk, it was just using Runa. It was just basically using Runa's voice essentially, and they end up using the power of music and the power of love to basically get it to calm down, or basically make an opening for this thing so they can actually attack it, and he can go in and actually talk to her. But also, because of his convictions and stuff like that, we see that another mech rises from the mecha graveyard, and it is the Gao King. And Gao King coming back, man, was awesome. I literally screamed when I saw that. That was a really good thing. That was a really good little throw in they had there, because I was wondering, I saw the scans for this episode, and I was wondering, how the frick does the Gao King come back? I mean, I get it. I get the fact that the Beast Tamer, he is Gao Red, but at the same time, I didn't think that you know, you could just full on out just summon the mech of whatever you were summoning. Well, I guess, you know, Morphin Red, I guess he had you know, he had a version of the mech, you know. He did also have the regular mech as well. So I guess these stand-ins, or these, you know, these other Wish users, these other Tegasaur users, the Silver Tegasaur users, I guess they do have the power to actually summon the mech that represents that team. Because I guess in this episode it's basically like the second time it's happened. So most likely we're gonna start seeing other mechs from like the other Sentais like rise from the mecha, you know, graveyard that we have. So it's a really cool touch though. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. It was a really cool touch, and I'm really interested in these these Oni No.1. Most likely the Queen is gonna possibly have more of them, but yeah, this episode might also primarily like a Byakuya episode. Basically him and Gaia technically kind of like bonded over the music thing, because, you know, Byakuya is an idol and stuff like that, so they kind of like bonded over the music. And we see that the song that Gaia plays on the ocarina is like a song that Runa sings. So he's basically singing the melody of his wife's song, and which is pretty beautiful. You know, I kind of like that. Just is something good for him to remember her by. But yeah, we see that Garud, he's really interested in this whole Oni thing, and really wondering like, what does a dead person wish for? You know, like that was basically his role in this episode. It wasn't too big, you know. His role in this episode wasn't all that big, but at the same time, he still was involved heavily. He still was involved pretty heavily in this episode, basically just there as like some sort of as a distraction to let the Oni No.1 like wreak havoc and stuff, and they just kind of just want to see what it's gonna do. But yeah, man, this episode's great. I did love, again, cinematography was great. I did love the little ending that we have with this episode. He walks off and he says that I'm a wanderer. I'm gonna wander the world again, and I'm gonna live for my wife's sake. So yeah, man, I kind of hope we do see the Beast Tamer again. But yeah, next episode seems like it's gonna be a doozy as well, because it seems like we're getting a red turbo. We're finally getting we're getting red turbo, but we're also getting a woman is using it, and she seems like she's a maid, and she seems like she has a connection to Yellow. Most likely, I feel like that's like his sister. In the preview, he does say that he's trying to, you know, he has no intentions of coming home, and, you know, stuff like that. So most likely this is his sister, and she's trying to get him to come home and stuff. But she is also the red Turbo Ranger, and it's really dope because we're getting a girl Red Ranger, in this episode. I knew with those poses and stuff like that, I knew eventually we were going to get a female Red Ranger, which is absolutely dope, which lets us know that anybody could come out of the woodwork with these rings and stuff like that. We also saw that we said that Gaia ends up giving the Guy Ranger Red ring to Byakuya. So now, you know, he's got the red lion and the blue lion. He united them. But yeah, man, this episode's great. I can't wait for next episode especially. But this episode is pretty good. I highly recommend this episode. Even though we had it's a part 2 to a small little arc, but I feel like they did it pretty well. But yeah, you guys let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about this episode. What you guys think about the Oni No.1s? Do you think we're gonna get more Oni No.1s? What you guys think of just the mecha being able to rise from the mecha graveyard to come out and help their perspective, representative ranger? What you guys think about that? Because this episode was dope, and I think this might be one of my favorites. I don't know. I'm sorry. I might sound like I'm glazing it too much or whatever, but yeah, man, it was sweet. It was to the point, and we also got the new form with the combination form with Byakuya's mech and Horu's like freaking Deca Claw, Deca Caliber, man, that was really cool too. It was kind of gaudy, but at the same time, hey, it got the job done at the end of the day. But I'm gonna start rambling. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much, and I'm gonna see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, as remember, as I always say, stay henshined.